Hello world, I'm a Carp. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator with the Ghoul DLC. First of all, I'm having a bit of a cold, so I might sound slightly different than I normally do, and there might be some sniffling and coughing, but I'll try to avoid that. So now that that's out of the way, let's just see what's happening. We're speaking of esoteric matters on the streets. We are adding stuff to our library, so buying books from Morelands. We are doing our basics work, which as long as I'm just doing this basic stuff, I am using our reputation as a medium and a dread, like for basic stuff here. I will not show you if I just redo the same thing. It's because it's boring to just, you know, look at me doing just nothing that's really important. We are entering the woods. We are using some passion. Hey, we don't have to do that. We have the Mantis glimpse here. We can put it right here, so we can approach the white door immediately. Let's do that instead. There is a house in the wood. I know something of that house. Enough to find my way to its light. Yes. And we start to read the Queens of the Rivers, which is a surreal contemporary play by the enigmatic Miss Naenia, in which the Queens of the Rivers are murdered one by one. The Queen of the Vistula is poisoned, the Queen of the Dnieper chokes on a fishhook, the Queen of the Tagus is burned alive. And the thing we want right now, most of all, is to find some winter people, because we have this formula for Elixir Zaboim, which required remnants, and remnants, as far as I know, are corpses, and the easiest way to get corpses is to send winter people out on cult business, because they will bring you back corpses. So that's what we're trying to do. We're really just trying to find some winter people. I mean, we also have some edge people here. We could send the edge people out to get, you know, capture people, but they would be prisoners, and we'd need to wait really long time for those prisoners to turn into corpses. I mean, we could put our own people in the cupboard and those would turn into corpses and then use that, but I'd rather just try to find the winter people first and see how that goes. Also, I'm grabbing on this notoriety so that it doesn't go here, because we really don't want this guy to find any more notoriety, since we have tentative evidence over here. Okay, so what did we get from Morelands this time? The 6 letters of necessity. Okay. We can actually sell this Kuna and get... You know what, let's do that. I don't want it bugging up my table here, so we'll just go and sell it to Oriflammes immediately. And also we got to the white door. These are the bounds about the house, with their mists and their traces. This the rock called the Temple of the Wheel, high as a church spire, patched with black lichen and endowed with eye signs. I round it, and there ahead of me is the white door. The light of the house leaks around its edges. Right on, so now we can find our way to the white door, which, yeah, we probably want to do that, since we already have 4 occult scraps here. We have already gone through the Empathy Mithraeum, we have Cater and Hero Limited over here, which means that the 4 are the only things we need, because then we'll have found all the level 2 locations, so we don't need any more of those. So yeah, let's just head to the white door. In my dreams, I know the path to the white door, through the bounds, but that path is thronged with the dead who pass that way. I will need health to resist their chill. Okay, we don't have 2 health. Maybe we should try to get more health, because that might be an issue now. If we get, like, a sickness at the same time as we're dreaming about the white door. Okay, read the Queens of the Rivers. Alright, that gives us just an occult scrap. Didn't really even need to do that. The culprit, it transpires, is the audience. The surviving queens are directed to execute whatever audience members do not escape. A surprisingly lucid epilogue suggests that the correspondence of river names with historical events does provide clues to secret histories behind our own. Right, and then we have here the skeleton songs and the 6 letters of necessity. I think both are readable, yes, so let's read the skeleton songs first. Poems of greedy delight composed by the possibly pseudonymous Arabella Dusk, the rumored heiress turned madame turned poetess. In Arabella's introduction, she explains that the book was to be illustrated, but that the Suppression Bureau would not permit it. She hints that the illustration still exists somewhere. The book is dedicated to Sir Percival of the Red Cup. So this is also just gonna give us some Grail secrets, I think, because Grail is the Red Cup. The notoriety is already gone. Oh, that's a relief. I was worried there for just a second. Okay, so white door. We'll head to the orchard, because the orchard is the better place. Ooh, that's an intensity of radiance. Light dews the skin and suffuses the air. Now the bad thing about this is it's going to turn into a fascination. Then again, then we can see it's a fascination in memory. Can we talk to Miss Naenia about fascination? That would be interesting. The invisible arts, Christopher Ilopley is said to have remarked, are as profitable as macrame, as ethical as tobacco smuggling, and in general as beneficial as roulette. Still, there is always the Orchard of Lights. And indeed, the orchard, with its glowing fruit and its peaceful mist, is a place to be yearned for. Last night, I walked there in the peaceful hours of the deep night. Even after waking, I still carry with me a little of the glory of the old sun. Okay, and back to the white door. Wait. No, I went to the wood. Well, doesn't really matter that much. Okay, oh, we got 2 funds for that book. That's very nice. Like double our money there. So we'll get to Mall and find more books, more books, more books, more books. I mean, we could also just get to Oriflammes and try to find Stam as soon as possible. Because I didn't know what happens to, like, if we don't buy something from Oriflammes, can we still find it from Moorlands? Oh, that's an interesting question I never thought about before. Okay, we found Apollo and Marsyas. That is also something we can read, yes. No, well, let's head to Oriflammes here, just for a tiny bit. If we can get Stam, it would be very nice to find Stam. Okay, there's a restlessness, so we're gonna talk to Miss Naenia about that restlessness. It's just Orc Transfigurations Volume 1. I'm still gonna buy it. I cannot just let a book go without buying it. Okay, who did we find this time? A hanger-on! Come on, I need to find those winter people. Okay, Miss Naenia, we'll talk to you about this restlessness here. Also read the skeleton songs. The 26 delightful fruits, the 7 chastisements, the 9 gardens, the 4 regrets. Yes, and a red secret, which we already had. Now let's learn Sanskrit at this point. I mean, at least that's like a step forward, at least at some level. Okay, we'll head to the well, get an awareness of appetite, which we don't need for anything, and then we will head back to the white door. And I'll put the woods over here so that the white door will be on this side, so I'll actually grab it when I want to go there. Right, got the Orchid Transfigurations Volume 1. That is also in Latin, so we cannot read it. I just really want to find Stam, so I think we're gonna head to Oriflammes like a couple of times here to see if we can find it. No, this is just a victory of crowns. But you know, we'll buy it still, like we always do. Okay, there's a fleeting reminiscence for us. Good, let's go back to talking about things on the streets. Hey, that 10 evidence is about to go away. Ah, this is very nice. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh no, there went the dread. That's unfortunate. And we also, like, the only memory we have here is that fleeting reminiscence. Turning that into restlessness would be the way to go, but it's gonna take us, yeah, this is gonna go way before we can do that, so we better just use it. And then, I don't know, let's use like our, well, we could maybe paint something. I mean, we have tons of mystique. We should be able to get quite a lot of money with just painting with our mystique. Another bidder, yeah, we'll bid. I don't want books to go away. I mean, maybe I should just see if we could get them from Moorlands later on. Okay, learned Sanskrit. That's nice. So we have these 2 books we can read. So let's read the 6 letters on necessity. Warnings and confessions about the cost of the invisible arts, addressed to a student by the 17th century magus and reputed immortal Julian Cosley. Cosley's tone is urgent, as if he suspected he might have little time left. Back to the white door, we'll take that furtive of truth, for sure. Many of the dead enter the mansion through the white door. They wander its corridors in silence until they are lost. Some embrace each other, some devour each other, some force their way into dreams of the living. A few record their memories on the man's stone where it is soft. They scratch it with their nails, you see. Last night I read one of those memories. Right. Oh, hey, we have Fascination here. Okay, is Fascination a memory? It is a memory. So, we could work on this, or we could talk to Miss Naenia about it. Now, I'm pretty sure that if we talk to Miss Naenia about it, it's gonna do something horrible, like double, like the Dreads did. But we're still gonna try that. Now, first of all, we're going to see... because we still need to wait a minute before anything happens here. What happens if we do this? I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go away. Like, because that would be way too easy to deal with it. Okay, there's our Victory of Crowns. For some reason, I'm always reading as the Victory of Crows. And then, you know, that's what I try to read there. And it's not crows, it's crowns. Yeah, I said we're gonna go to the Oriflames a couple of times, so let's still go there once. Because I just want to find Stum. No, just a Sanskrit reader. We don't want to do anything with that. Also, we should be dreaming about the white door. Why do I always forget to dream? Oh, actually, we probably should have dreamt on funds to get some contentment that would go here. We could probably paint and maybe get contentment like that. Okay, so using Fascination, yeah, it's the same thing as using Dread. It does nothing. Is there... Ooh, we have a Trembling in the air here right now. But I really want to use this Fascination, talk to Miss Naenia, so that means I need to do this and try to make sure that it doesn't go here in that 0.3 seconds that there are, where it could do that. Okay, Oriflames. What are you selling? A collection of poetry. Yeah, we'll buy that. Those are always good. And, ooh, we got an erudition from here. Even the sun can be divided, though it requires the forge days for its division. That's a Smith's secret for us. Yeah, let's read Apollo and Marsyas next. The libretto of a lost opera concerning the contest between Apollo and Marsyas and its tragic outcome. The librettist is identified only by their initials RK and JL. In the original myth, Marsyas lost a musical contest and was flayed by Apollo, who later regretted it. In this version, Marsyas' skin has a further history. Hey, we get some old unhappy far off things here as well, which means restlessness. Okay, now, because I want to talk to Naenia about this Fascination just to see what happens. I'm gonna do something else here now, so let's paint, because I thought that, yeah, we need contentment, so maybe by painting we can get some contentment happening. Yeah, let's just paint Mystic. Probably gives us some money. You have any good inspirations here? Not really. Oh, we can use this as an inspiration. Interesting. Let's use Leo as inspiration instead. Oh, and let's hold on the Fascination so it doesn't... Wait. Yeah, you're still trying to get it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that gives us a fleeting reminiscence. This is gonna give us a restlessness. This is gonna give us a restlessness. Okay, so we can get back to working with restlessness quite soon, which is very good. Then again, I just realized, no, all those restlessness are actually gonna turn... Ooh, a Forgotten Chronicle. Very nice. Last night I walked in the Orchard of Lights. I plucked the fruit, which is always ripe, and consumed it in 2 bites. The taste is not to be forgotten. As I licked the glowing juices from my fingers, I saw a message card in the bark of the tree. When I woke, I recorded that message, all I could remember, in my diary. Right. But yeah, we're gonna get restlessness from here, a restlessness from here. There's no way we can talk to Miss Naenia about all those restlessnesses and get rid of them. So we're gonna have some dread issues, probably. So let's sleep on some funds just to make sure that we don't have any dread issues. And who did we find? Come on, be a winter person, be a winter person. Ah, just to hang it on. Damn it. Well, let's talk to Miss Naenia about this Fascination. Is it safe to speak of this to her? I'm betting that it isn't. I'm like really betting that it isn't, but we're gonna try and see what happens. Another bidder. Bloody hell. Alright, yeah, we're not gonna use any paint for this. We're just gonna paint whatever we can. Okay, restlessness. Is there a Season of Dread coming? No, the Season of Dread is here. Right. So a good thing that I slept on some money, because 1 Dread, 2 Dread, 3 Dread. We're basically dead if we don't get some contentment. Okay, there's the contentment. Nice. You go there, go away, you. And this gives us a glimmering. Yes, this gives us a glimmering. That doesn't bother us. But there's coming a new season of Ambitions, which is gonna give us more restlessness, which is really bad. Okay, yeah, exactly what I expected to happen happened. Well, you gotta sometimes do things to know things. The light in here is brighter than I had realized. Colors swim beneath Miss Naenia's skin, like electricity, like oil. It's very hard to look away. Okay, so more fascination for us. So let's just get rid of this fascination that has more time by slipping all this fleeting reminiscence. That takes 60 seconds. Let's talk to Miss Naenia about one of these restlessnesses so that we can get rid of that. We'll get a dread going on. Got a collection of poetry, that's very nice. Red Apollo and Marsyas. The skin of Marsyas gives oracles and is later smuggled to Phrygia, where the priestesses of Cybele use it for a drumhead. At the opera's climax, the pounding of the drum drives would-be violators of the priestess to suicidal madness. The opera ends with a wistful hymn from the youngest priestess on the beauty of mountain pines. Okay, there's a thunderous secret for us, so let's read the Victory of Crowns. Erratic accounts by one Arun of the hunting and consumption of supposed immortals by shadowy cults of assassins, published in the late 19th century. The assassins are, according to Arun, the agents of a power called the Colonel, a soldier of the secret masters. The accounts go all the way back to Roman times. And we could explore, but you know, let's go buy one book from Mullins right now, and then we're gonna have to save some money. Because we're getting to be pretty poor once more. Unless we get good amount of money from here. We actually did, we get 2 funds for that. But no contentment, and we don't really even need that contentment right now, so it doesn't matter. What's coming up? Right, that thing. Which is gonna give us a restlessness, which means that we could try to get rid of this one for sure. Because, yeah, we still need to work, of course. Let's work with this fascination right now, and then once this turns into a dread, we can then use that dread with that fascination to get rid of them both, and then we're gonna get a new restlessness from here, and we can do our job with that restlessness. That seems like a good plan right now, and we'll keep talking about secrets on the streets, because I just really want to find those winter people. Okay, an introduction to histories, that's also something we can read. And since we have a bit more money, let's go back to Mullins. Okay, so here is that restlessness, which... Well, that'll turn into a dread. We'll work with that. Oh, there's a season of dread coming. That doesn't sound like such a cute idea. Okay, we'll get rid of that restlessness. Can we get rid of that restlessness? Yes, we can. With Miss Naenia, we'll get rid of that dread with that fascination we have over here. And... no, if we just work with that restlessness, that'll actually be good enough. We don't need to get rid of it. Right, but we can get rid of this fascination and this dread together. So we don't have to worry about those. And that is exactly what we'll do. No, the other way around. That's actually one of those things that kind of bugs me in this game. Like, why can't I not just put this fascination here? Why do I have to put the fascination here first? It's not a big deal, but kind of bugs me. Okay, got a collection of essays from Mullins. That's nice. Got a knife secret from the Victory of Crowns. So let's read the introduction to histories next. The 17th century mystic and antiquarian Claude Hersault describes divergent incidents in 5 major histories. The prologue warns at length of the inequities of one Julian Cosley, a former colleague who Hersault now describes darkly as a worm of worms. It seems Cosley advised Hersault early in the writing of the book, but Hersault later became suspicious. So, anybody get an idea why Hersault and... wait, what was the Cosley? Yeah. Why Hersault and Cosley got into trouble? Like, I know it says in something, it says that they got different ideas about something. It's like, about Janus, maybe. that he is all the gods or none, and then one of them decided that no, he's all the gods, and one of them loves like no, he's none of the gods. Is that like the only thing we know about them that went wrong with their friendship? I don't know. Should we explore the occult scraps and furtive truths and this forgotten chronicle just to know what we get from those? Like what vaults can we find? I mean, I of course know what vaults we can find, but nah, I don't think we're in that point yet, because we don't have, well, I mean, we could easily take these people into the cult and make them all disciples with the Elegant Blind Manacle. So maybe that actually is something we should do. I mean, it would at least give us some more books to read quite quickly. Oh, more restlessness coming up. It never stops. Okay, the burning of an unburned god. And yeah, we're below 5 funds, so I'm not going to go to buy anything else right now. So that actually means that yeah, it's a good idea to just check out all these places. Cat Caro, you are also... Yeah, you two are Lantern. So we could get to Lantern 10. We could also get to Edge 10. And I think with Lantern 10 and Edge 10 we can do basically all of the first level and second level things. No, we're also gonna need Forge. Forge, right. But we do quite a lot with just Lantern and Edge. So basically getting these folks into the cult and on the disciple level would make going forward quite a bit faster, I think. So maybe that's what we'll do, instead of just trying to find the people from the street, since apparently we're finding a new patron right now and not an acquaintance. Oh my... Okay, so even more restlessness. We're gonna have 3 restlessnesses on the board soon. Right, well, we keep working with one of them, and we'll talk to Miss Naenia about one, and I don't know, maybe we'll paint one away. That's probably the easiest way to do this right now. Then again, we have this thing that takes dread here right now. No, it's gonna go away before we get any more dread, so it doesn't really matter. And there's nothing we need to dream out of here right now. Nope, so we'll just get it back to the white door. Okay, we read the introduction to histories. Her soul identifies blood, silver, design, and the worms as the central axis of each of the histories, and claims that the so-called second history is the true one. Right, we have the burning of the unburned god here, so let's read that. The invisible art could occupy 10 lifetimes of study. No, wait, what? Compiled by J. Wigglesworth Jensen from Oral Traditions in Rural Persia. Somehow I managed to click on the slot instead of the book there. That was interesting. Jensen hypothesizes a pre-Zoroastrian fire deity whose rites were the rites of smiths. So that's probably just gonna give us another smith's secret. Okay, there's a fleeting reminiscence. This is the thing that wants fascination. But, okay, now we have... There's vitality, there's a restlessness, here is a restlessness. 3 restlessnesses. It's really hard to say restlessnesses. But, you know, that's probably how you should say. So we're gonna paint one of these away. We're gonna use our wild imagination. We're gonna use passion, because maybe with passion we'll get some contentment. We don't need that contentment anymore, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just do that, and then we'll talk to Miss Naenia about one of these, like this one that has less time, as soon as we can. Okay, Poppy. Well, Poppy, you're gonna hang around quite a long time as well, because we haven't found the Grey Hanger-On, because Poppy wants to eat someone, and the person you want to feed to Poppy is the Grey Hanger-On. That's just the best tactic there, because when you turn him into a disciple, he gets a 500-second counter, and you know, then he'll be gone. So just feeding him to Poppy is a much better idea. Okay, we'll turn that restlessness into a fleeting reminiscence, and then we'll use this restlessness to work later on. Okay, St. Agnes's Hospital, that requires Lantern or Heart, but Lantern is the thing we have for a lot. So let's look through more occult scraps. And through the white door, we'll head to the orchard, get a Forgotten Chronicle. That is very nice. Right, and back to the white door we go. Okay, Miss Naenia turned that into a fleeting reminiscence. Okay, so let's take these people in the cult. That's what we need to do right now. We'll use like a blind manacle and we'll upgrade them immediately. Okay, read the burning of the unburned god. Ooh, that goes alright. And the ardent orison as well. Ooh, that's nice. Jensen ultimately concludes with apparent reluctance that the deity was a goddess. He suggests that its gender may have been the cause of its suppression. The rites described are often eerie, sometimes grisly. Right. Oh, it's starting to feel like we're also getting to the point where I need to put my desk in a bit of a better order since... Do we already have all the lores here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have all the lores. So that usually means... That's usually the time when I put my table in better order. So I'll probably do it between this and the next episode. Let's read... Oh, these are books in Latin. We can't read them. So, our profound scholarship is already at 3rd level. Getting it to the 4th level requires... Let's make sure, yeah. 4 lessons learned, and ooh. Let's see, what is this? Erudition HQ of the library. I'd really like to know what I would need for the higher level winter lore, because I'm pretty sure, since this is clearly winter themed thing, and we're gonna need high level winter lore at some point on the run. But I would also really like to know what we need to upgrade these, because we can turn this into... Is it 1 of 2 skills if we upgrade it? Or 1 of 3? I never remember. And one of them will be the one that is most useful for us, so I don't think we really even need to upgrade to the 4th level before we know which skill we need. So there's no point in doing that. There's some vitality. Where's our healths? Okay, 1 health is here and the other one is fatigued. Studying health would have been a good idea. At this point we could have gotten our physique to be stronger. That would be a good thing to do, because there really isn't anything else for us to study right now. We still don't have any remnants here. Huh. You know what, let's study some passion here. Let's get our passion growing. Like, we're at... What level are we in our thing here? At level 2. Yeah. We have the collection of poetry here. We can read 1 of these if we want to, because... I mean, we could actually read 2 of these if we want to. Well, we can get 2 glimmering lessons learned and then read 1 of these books. And I think that we can do without any trouble. So we'll do that. But I also think we're actually going to end this episode here and continue from this point in the next episode. I'm Carp. This has been Cultist Simulator with the Ghoul DLC. Goodbye world. Thanks for watching. See you next time.